Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for another weekly Oracle and Tarot card reading. And this reading is going to be for October 23rd to the 29th, and we're using the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And these are absolutely beautiful cards. I just received them recently, and this is the second time I'm going to be using them. Beautiful, beautiful background, beautiful, gentle energy. And let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. At the beginning of the week, we'll take the top card, Conscious Consumer. And for the middle of the month, or middle of the week, Pay Yourself First. And the end of the week, we have Clearing Debts. Okay, so first card, very beautiful angel, very calming blue feel to this card. And it's saying you have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. Yes, I think of this all the time. Whenever it's time for me to put out the trash at my home on Tuesday evening, I think of, wow, the stuff that people are filling our landfills up with. So many people could recycle things and they don't. They're just tossing it in the trash and then it's going to some large landfill where it takes years for these things to disappear. It really have to make conscious choices of what you're buying, what you're consuming, what it is that you need. Just the simple act of maybe having a material grocery bag when you go to the store instead of using the plastic bags. Those plastic bags, are really bad for the environment, but a lot of people don't realize that, they could pack their own groceries in maybe like a linen type of bag, something that's washable that you could reuse over and over. All those tiny water bottles that people use, those are a big thing, containers, plastic jugs, takeout containers that are styrofoam. Like all of this stuff is just filling up the environment with unnecessary waste. And think twice before you buy something that you might not even need. What really stands out to me in this card is the living simply. And I say this all the time. The older I get, the less that I want, okay? The less that I need. Having too many things becomes a burden. I mean, you're always taking care of them, insuring them, maintaining them. I want to downsize a lot of the stuff that I've collected over the years, and more, I ask myself before I purchase something, is this necessary? Am I really going to need it? Before I never thought about it. You don't consciously think about what you're buying, but this is important to buy the right foods. Okay, I've stopped buying processed food. Most of the food I buy is fresh, and if I could buy it locally, we have farms around here and farmers markets at many times of the year, and I'd like to support them because these people are supporting their families by the fruits and vegetables that they sell. So this is telling us to be, conscious of the products. Are you buying products that are harmful to the environment? I look for products that aren't tested on animals. I could go on and on about this because it really is serious. It affects all of us as consumers. And pay yourself first. Beautiful angel. And this card reads, make yourself the most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. And it's never too late to start saving money and investing. I've done this from a very young age, and that's how I was able to retire early because that was my goal. Even as a child, I was wanting to enjoy the rest of my life and make sure that my spending didn't get out of hand because when we're in debt, we're enslaved. And some debts are unavoidable. I fully understand, especially when you own a home, there's always something that needs to be repaired. But too many times people are just spending just for the retail therapy of it. Sure, you have a bad day, so we go out and we buy another sweater, but do you really need that sweater? Think about if you set money aside from your check each and every week how much money that would add up at the end of the year, even a small amount. And I know a lot of people have families, a lot of people, are living paycheck to paycheck. The economy isn't the best, but try your best, even if it's just $5 a week that you set aside. Every little bit counts. And at the end of the month, that'll add up. And at the end of the year, it'll get even bigger, and you'd be surprised the nest egg that you could accumulate. And this card is just, it's saying it's a loving form of self-care. It truly is. We think that when we treat ourselves and we buy ourselves something nice, that's a form of self-care because we're doing something to make ourselves happy, treating ourselves, there's nothing wrong with that. However, when buying and shopping become excessive and shopping becomes your only form of happiness, and then you slowly get into debt, financial restrictions and financial burdens are the leading cause of most people's relationships, breakups, and marital problems. So try to set some money aside, no matter how hard you may think it is, over the course of the years. Okay, you'll be happy for it. It'll be something that you maybe could retire on, or maybe not have to work full time when you get older. Maybe just do part-time work because you've saved this money. But saving is very, very important. And clearing debt. And we have this beautiful angel on the back of a unicorn. And we have these beautiful rainbow colors, and it has like such a cheerful feel to this. It says your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making plans to clear present obligations and avoid ones as well. Yes, I just said that. Exactly, exactly. Kind of falls back onto this card, okay? Usually financial debt causes emotional debt too. Nobody wants to be fighting over money. Nobody wants to have that scarce mentality where they don't have enough. Sure, we all like to buy things for ourselves. We all want to treat ourselves once in a while. But when that becomes a habit and that becomes an addiction, it starts affecting our relationships. Like I was just saying, a lot of relationships, whether they be, husband and wife, partners, anybody out there, okay, who's in a close relationship with someone, if someone's a spender and someone's a saver, it's going to be causing a lot of bickering back and forth. So what you've got to try to do is to try to watch your spending. Be sure that you're not living above and beyond your means. It's so easy to just use a credit card for things, but you got to realize that adds up to a debt. And this is telling you we got to start clearing out our debt. And you'd be surprised once these bills are paid and out of the way, you just feel so much lighter. Okay, it's like a brick has been lifted from your chest because it's very stressful and very anxiety producing when you have large debts. So whatever you can, even the smallest bills to take care of and get them out of the way, it's going to strengthen your relationships. It's going to make you feel so much happier and lighter. We don't want to get to the point where we're just so in debt that we can't see a way out. This card is telling us, it's just saying, face this topic. A lot of people want to brush it under the rug and think, oh, I'll take care of that bill another day or this. But guess what? Before you know it, there's another bill and another bill after that. And before you know, you're accruing all kinds of late charges. Think about what you can do to start clearing away some of the debt. And you'll feel so much happier and so much freer once you cut that baggage. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I will be back.